Hey, everybody, it's Gavin Newsom, and today we have a remarkable episode. We go behind the scenes, we go behind the walls, we go into death row at San Quentin Prison. San Quentin Prison, one of the most iconic prisons anywhere in the world, for one notable reason. It has the largest death row in the Western Hemisphere. You know the names from Scott Peterson, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, Charles Manson even spent some time at San Quentin. We'll go into death row for the first time since death row has been shut down. Not the prisoners were released, but death row now is being converted into general prison population. The reason we're at San Quentin is because of the remarkable reforms that are taking shape, focusing on public safety, focusing on reentry, focusing on rehabilitation. We'll talk to incarcerated individuals. We'll talk to the warden. We'll talk to guards. We'll talk a little bit about the history of Marshawn, whose uncle was a guard in San Quentin Prison. I even run into an old baseball teammate from Little League in the yard at San Quentin. So come in, join us behind the scenes in this raw, unfiltered, and real conversation about life at San Quentin.
Man, what's happening, man? You got Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch,
Doug Hendrickson,
and Gavin Newsom, and you're listening to Politickin.
Chewing on the beat.
Guys, good to see you. Today we're going into San Quentin to learn more about this place and what it's all about and where they're going with the movement and where they're going with the programs they have, and for us to kind of show everybody what we're learning.
We're in the oldest and probably the most notorious prison in the United States of America, 1852, the largest death row in the Western Hemisphere. And it's also now the most notorious prison for reforms in America, with something we call the California model. A few years back, we set a course for a new strategy, a new approach to rehabilitation, and also public safety. Okay. We want to focus on the fact that 95% of the folks that come here are released. They don't end up here, they don't die here. Folks that cycle through this system, we want them back home as better neighbors, because they're gonna be your neighbors. So this is a public safety effort, a public safety initiative to make sure people don't come back here. And the reality is the recidivism rate, the number of people that reoffend, is off the charts if you don't get programs in prison. So the smartest thing we can do, the toughest thing we can do on crime, is get programs in prisons like this, but at scale, and give people hope that on the outside, they can turn their lives around and at the same time make our communities stronger, more resilient, and safe. So we're gonna have a chance to see some of these programs, talk to the prisoners directly, talk to the warden, who's a change agent, a warden, by the way, who's had real lived experience with family members. His father was incarcerated, knows what he's talking about, one of the most exciting and reform-oriented wardens in America that happens to be here at San Quentin. And then we're gonna walk through death row. We're going to walk through death row that, you name it, has some of the most notorious people that have spent the greater part of their lives, have died in death row, have a chance to see the old barbaric gas chamber and see the site of the last lethal injection in California, all today.
Sound like you got a pretty full lineup today, huh?
Yeah, we got a lineup, brother, that includes Marshawn Lynch in the yard.
Right with you.
Hey, man.
This is
you ain't rolling with me, man.
Marshawn Lynch and Gavin Newsom on Politickin, coming your way.
Dude, you haven't been on death row?
No, I've never been in the prison.
You've never been in the fucking prison?
No, I've never even taken it. I've never been.
I'm so excited for you. I'm actually excited for you. Like that's kind of, I'm actually happy and excited for you. I mean that. By the way, you can appreciate every developer
want this land.
They want this every fucking year during the budget. We have people with new proposals and how they'll take care of tearing it down. Just give it to us for $1 a year and we'll take care of the property.
This one of them properties?
This is the one everyone wants, because it's Marin fucking County. It's the whole thing. And you do ferry service right up to the new development and just massive land. Yeah. I mean, this is literally some of the highest, most valuable land anywhere in the state.
Shit, look at it. You know, I lived on the
You were right on the water, man.
On Point.
Yeah.
Richmond.
Yeah, you appreciate it.
But the California, that goddamn tax shit.
You look young to be a warden.
This guy gave me an opportunity, so
crazy.
taking full advantage of it.
Easy.
Okay. This is no Shawshank Redemption with the suit and tie on, and this is okay.
But it's, by the way, 1852. It's the oldest prison that was, when it was built, was designed to deal with the entire incarcerated population for California. And then we went on to build another, peak 34.
So was this built before Alcatraz?
1852. When the hell was Alcatraz done? Alcatraz was on much later, right?
State
prison.
State prison. As the boss said, now we're kind of the lead mark in this California model. So I think, first time here?
First time.
Oh, very excited. First time's the best time because I think we get to change the perception of how people see some of our prisons in California.
Yeah. But, Doug, old. This is, this place, from a deferred maintenance perspective, et cetera, struggles.
We wanted to welcome you the right way. All right?
Skittles.
Welcome to San Quentin.
I don't feel comfortable. I'm very uncomfortable.
Oh, that's too funny. Get in here, man.
Look,
That is funny.
How many inmates here currently?
Our count's about 3,400.
3,400.
man,
I've been hanging out with this guy for years now, and every time I'm here, there he is.
man, I've been trying to get him to sign some shit over. I ain't getting nothing. You feel me? Come on, square ass.
See, we
Yeah,
keep
we supposed to
everything
come in
above, you know, they just everything by the book. Everything by the
Nah,
book.
man, he by the book.
Yes, by the book.
This ain't by the book. Look
Well,
what
this
we
is-
doing
I don't
now.
know,
This
it's got
guy- I must have, you know, motherfuckers go their whole life trying to stay out of this motherfucker, and you want to come in the motherfucker.
Yeah, I got it, maybe
You
backwards.
tell me how fucked up in the mind you got to be. You want to go into where everybody want to come out of?
I had a free Sunday last Sunday and was hanging out here. Marshawn, check this out. You got to come in here, man. Is this open? Do you have it open?
Mary, you got a key up for the dungeon?
I don't. I can get it by the time.
Can you get it? Hey, Marshawn has to check this out.
Okay.
Doug has to check this out.
So this kind of shows our true formation of where we're going. So this is the dungeon. This is what it used to look like. They used to stuff people in here, no toilets, just walls.
Yeah, why you think I would want to see?
Because you didn't know that, just to see it, man. No, Marshawn.
Y'all gotta remember, man, I got this kind of other shit already fucked up in the head.
They gotta give you a real
I don't need no dose. I can imagine that
1940.
that's enough.
No, Marshawn, it's worth taking a look at, man.
Yeah, you talk about people was in there shitting and pissing
No,
on each
I
other
understand.
and can't get out.
No, I'm just saying.
That ain't exciting to me, man.
No, but it's important to understand the past so we don't repeat the mistakes of the past.
When we come back, we'll go into the San Quentin yard where folks are getting a little bit of exercise and taking a little time for themselves, including one incarcerated individual, Reginald Thorpe, who is from Oakland, California, and has been serving time for a murder conviction. He's been incarcerated now some 26 years. It's a conversation I never thought we'd have in a raw and unfiltered way that takes some twists and turns that make it a fascinating look inside the prison at San Quentin.
Was good.
What's up, man? Good to be back. Told you. I'm not walking away. A lot of work. How you doing?
I've been great. How you been doing?
Good, man. Good.
What's happening with you,
You
man?
got a chief. What's
I
up?
see you,
Marshawn?
bruh.
Oh, God.
I ain't seen nobody break no 9 tackles. Hey, I have it. What's up with the
What's up with
sound,
the
though,
big dog?
man? I
Town
see
been over
y'all
behind
from
it.
the east, bro.
For straight up. Where at?
From Russdale, from the
Russdale,
70s.
700.
Yeah.
700.
It's
Stamp
treacherous
out.
over there right now, though, how Hagenberger is.
Yeah, they
When I
just
was
was
a kid.
mobbing. They just hit the gas station right there, bro.
By the way, where was I yesterday? At the
You wasn't
Shell
in the
gas
town,
station
man.
in Hagenberger, bro.
Oh, you was?
The Shell. I spend more time in Oakland than you do,
No,
Marshawn.
you just coming through there doing the little pop-ups and shit for your camera op.
I
know
was
how
that
it
was
work.
4th time I've been to that damn Shell. This
See,
time
I
there was
lived
no one
there.
with
That's
me.
where
man.
you raised, born and raised. But don't trip. You know why you can do that? Because they seen you fuck with me, so they, you know what I mean? They got to give you the pass when
It
you
used to
slide
didn't be
through,
like
huh?
that though, bro. When I was a kid, I used to run around in that area. I used to, when they had the castle in the Malibu over there, it wasn't nowhere
You
near.
old
Yeah, bro, I'm old school, bro. All
Yeah.
that parking lot and stuff, none of that was.
Camelot.
Man, I used to break into the Coliseum to feed myself during the 80s, bro.
Oh, mamas.
Corn dogs, hot
The
dogs. I
whole
used to go
shit.
up in the,
I know, man. I
concession
was just
stands.
telling you. And then they take all the teams out of town and then expect people to go to work. Where?
We still
They
got the
took all the
ballers,
jobs
bro.
and shit.
We got the ballers. We
They
got
just
the
came
roots.
back.
We know know how to put the mix on everything.
They
though.
gonna finesse the shit, huh?
Yeah, we been stepping those stuff and making it.
They got the
making something out of
ballers.
nothing.
Hell yeah. Now, what's your name?
My name Reg, bro.
Reg?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Respect, big dog.
Hagenberger.
What you was doing, Gavin? Come
We've
on.
done a lot on
Do your
Hagenberger.
politicking
No,
right
it's
quick.
not even politicking, man. No, I'm not even kidding. By the way,
I'm
we've
fucking with
literally,
you.
I'm, after reading, it's the most dangerous, you don't know this, Doug, the most dangerous gas station in the United States of America.
I did read that,
It's
yeah.
the Shell station. It's the last station before you go in and return your rental car.
To the airport.
And I mean, 15 to 20 robberies a day. And when I read about this kid who had a backpack on, and they dragged the kid with the backpack on, this little 8-year-old kid, and pulled him out to rip the backpack on, that's when you set it
Well,
up.
sad, the whole corridor. I mean, the Hilton's gone now, the Oakland Hilton.
When we lost
you know,
the In-N-Out Burger.
Burger's
How
gone.
did it get like that though?
That's
like,
the issue, man.
Go back years though. That didn't just happen overnight.
That system they put in.
The system, the way that things was designed over here, like it's not enough money in Oakland no more. They didn't all the people the way that they get the property tax over there, they getting that money and they not reinvesting it back.
But
into
shit, they
Oakland
done
like
pushed
they
me
used to.
out.
Right.
They not doing that no more. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be able to go to the recreation center. I didn't even have to worry about getting in trouble or being in the streets.
Yeah.
But now it's not no resources there no more. They taking the money and they holding on to it instead of putting it back in there. It's like they want to put more money into law enforcement and locking people up rather than trying to find solutions to the problems that's really at the root of that stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there hungry and starving and it's nothing for them to do.
Well, we're trying to, I mean, it's right now, it's gotten so bad that we got to put a lid on how bad it's gotten, but none of us have forgotten the original sin as it relates for lack of investment. And so that's happening in parallel at unprecedented levels as well to reinvest back in the community.
One thing I know about Oakland, as a child, Oakland took care of me. When my parents was using drugs and stuff, when I went out in the streets, Oakland took care of me. That's why I'm still right here today, because the city of Oakland itself took care of me despite all the bad stuff that was happening in our city. Oakland took care of me when my parents couldn't take care of me. For real. And we got a spirit out there. That's why Steph and Draymond and Clay, when they went to San Francisco, they wasn't feeling that because they didn't have no say in that. They wanted to stay in the town. They was like, that ain't my choice. But they loved the town. They wanted to stay out there. We got a culture out there.
Yeah.
We got a culture, and that spirit in Oakland ain't gonna never die, no matter what they do, no matter how many people they lock up, how many police they put on the streets. We're gonna always, the town.
And they
will
call
always
it
be
town business.
for real, bruh. That's what it is.
See,
That's
look,
what
he
it
can't
is.
buy.
That's what it is.
Look, because you just explained some shit to him, like we was chopping it up, we kick game, because we politic for our little, for our podcast and hella shit.
I stopped politicking.
But I'm saying, but the thing, look, but the thing is, you stop politicking, but what you just did, the ism that you just, you feel me, the ism that you just gave, look, like, that's the politicking and, feel me, though, away from his politics.
Yeah.
But you being able to explain something like that, you feel me, that shit is big. You feel me, because motherfucker don't hear it on that type of level. And then when you hear it coming straight directly from you, rather than you looking at some numbers, we got it, because it don't come like that. It come, the budget this, and we got to do this, and all the smart ass IRRs and all that other shit.
When you hungry, that don't even matter.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
ain't worried
That's
about
exactly
no
what
budget,
I'm
bro.
saying. That's what I'm saying. But when you get able to break it down to him like that and tell him straight up, because the way that, they gonna see it on that other level, that's all they looking at. Do these numbers matter? So when you talk about they taking money out of the community and shit, they looking at, okay, well, last time we put in X, Y, and Z for this project, and then they looking at the project. What did that project do? How much money did that project bring in for us? Like, okay, well, that didn't do right. So fuck, we gonna take the money that we was getting for this and we gonna move it over here. Now they just moving shit around just to figure out and try to see what's gonna work, what's gonna stick. And
But
then at the end of the day,
what about that one youngster who live, they say, that they're not talking about, that stopped from going in that store and robbing that convenience store on Hagenberger or coming up in there hella deep?
See, that's how we feel.
That. They talk about people going in there robbing and doing all this stuff. Talk about that one youngster that didn't decide to go on that mission and go in a different direction. They don't talk about that on the news.
that one youngster ended up turning into that youngster like me. Like you said, you from the deep, you feel what I'm saying? I'm from the north. I lived on 55th and Field, so when I had to go to school, I had to go all the way through the east, all the way back to the north, and then to come back home. So I know exactly what you're talking about
You
and how
stayed
you
in the
feel.
hotels? In the hotels on 55th?
Nah,
right
look,
there on,
I was in the green
Foothills.
apartments. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. See, I stayed in all the
But I'm
motels
gonna tell
in
you
the
this,
town,
I've
bro.
been in there getting active though. That's what I got a little bit older. What I'm talking about.
Well, barely.
Hey, no, but I stayed in
a
all
lot of time, but
not
not like this.
I stayed in
Not
all
like
the
this.
ones. Hey, what's
Yeah.
happening? Hey, he used to when I was still doing my stuff. He used to be running around on the level 4 yard chasing me around when I was
We
just
got time together. You told me time.
He was IGI, bro. Like, hey, I'm happy that we got a warden like this that know where people like myself came from.
Yeah.
Like he was on the line when I was on the line, active and doing hella shit, bro. He seen me grow up in CSP, Sac, New Folsom, and for him to see me then up now to who I am, it speaks volumes.
We both quit politicking now.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
man.
that shit ain't, man, look.
No,
tell me
I-
what's up with the, you know what I mean?
No, but what's so interesting about this conversation, it mirrors what, literally we were having exactly this conversation last week.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you give me shit for going back for the fourth fucking time to this,
Nah, I know, bro.
the place without any cameras, each time without any cameras, to make the point. I'm going to keep coming back over and over and over again, and I've been doing that. Look, I'm not the mayor of Oakland. There's 476 cities in California, but it's out of control there, and so we stepped up. We stepped up last 6-9 months. But I will say,
It's been out of control.
but it's been
though.
out of control. I get it.
It
but
was,
it's
it
like,
was out of control in the
But-
80s when they started
I
bringing
get it.
cocaine into this country.
I
It
know,
got
I
out
get
of
it. I
control.
get it.
That's
You
when
can't.
really
I know.
got
I
out
can't
of
make up
control.
for all the macro, all the
Yeah,
history, but
it been out of
stuff that's.
control.
I know. I understand. But it.
I'm
But
talking
what
about
things
that
really
system.
started to spin in the last few years, in particular. And so we have significantly stepped up our investments. But the point you're making is a difficult point, right? At the same time, we should be, I mean, I get it, that sort of binary, this notion that, okay, he's just putting more cops on the street, that's bullshit, locking people up, that's not going to solve the problem, versus addressing all those systemic issues. So for
What's
us,
up,
it's both
OJ?
and. It's both and. But I've got to put a lid on it because it's so bad now that people
got
are
that
leaving
spaceship.
in droves, businesses are leaving, and it's just gotten to a point where no one is comfortable.
look.
You said putting a lid on it. What do you mean?
Well,
by
just
that?
we've
She got
been
monkey too.
saturating with the CHP and others, supporting local law enforcement. They're wildly understaffed. They're not doing any pursuits. They're not we're not prosecuting even people that are being arrested. And you got folks. I mean, I had a member of my staff. Now listen to this. A member of my staff with her daughter, and a gun was put to the kid's head in the stroller to take the diapers. I mean, at what point do I say, okay, that's the kind of stuff like that's where you draw the line, and there's got to be some accountability. So it's again, I don't dismiss anything you're saying, quite the contrary. I'm actually praising what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm trying to express, hopefully, an understanding that we also need to deal with the lawlessness at the moment and put a lid on it, but without overcompensating, going back to the old days of over-incarceration. And that's why we're here, man. That's the whole point.
You know what we used to do when housing authority used to come?
What?
We'd run and hide and then come back out when they leave.
Look at it.
Well, that's a housing. That's a whole nother conversation.
I mean,
We had
housing,
to.
the task force, Oakland Police Department, the Alameda County Sheriff's
Yeah, I hear
Board
you.
Police.
I get it.
We'll run, get away.
I
As
hear
soon as you leave, we come back out and do what we was doing.
I get
so it's like, okay,
Cat and
I
mouse.
understand that you're trying to just put this Band-Aid on there, but really, that thing need triage right now.
that's what we're doing.
It needs some real, like, somebody, and then a lot of the crimes that's happening in that area ain't even people from Oakland that's committing them crimes.
By the way, that's become a bigger issue.
And
I agree with you.
The stuff that some
I
of the
agree.
crimes that I be saying, I'm old school.
Yeah.
Some of them people that got the shit beat out of them, bro. Why is you bringing heat to the block?
Literally having this conversation.
Yeah, bro, you about to get
100%. I know.
after everything. Like, man, we got this.
So
we don't even worry about
To with
that.
the
just
point,
was
that's
telling
what we're
that
also
nigga
trying to
that
address. 100% right.
But the
These
people that was enforcing that, they locked up. They
No,
been locked up for the last
right
20
here.
some years.
I hear you.
The people that was enforcing that, they've been in prison for the last 20, 25 years.
Well, that brings us long-windedly to the actual why we're here, which is part of this rehabilitation we're doing here, the new California model, trying to scale this stuff. You'll see it physically when that wall comes down and the work we're doing. And I don't know if you know the work I've been doing for decades now on reforming the damn system and investing in those alternative pathways so we address the substantive problems.
Who from the system that's that you working with in order for it to not be another lapse. Because it's like every time it's like, yeah, we trying to go and, rework the system and change. But do y'all bring people that done come from that shit who actually like, no, this is where that shit changed. This is why we continue to keep running into that same problem.
Marshawn,
when we get here.
What's this warden doing here? Who appoints the wardens?
We're going to figure it out.
No, I know,
and
go find somebody to help me clean up my building.
These guys in this community, these guys, their ideas come, like we build this together, right? It's a community. So when we give them input, we take their ideas and invest. So when they see something done, we work together. So that's one thing. Staff and the population, we got more similarities than differences. We all work here together.
So then how can y'all get that together in a place like this, but then out in the free world is running regular? There's more structure in places like this.
I get it.
Than it is actually at the house. And then it just come to a point where from my understanding, my respect, when I see somebody come home from doing like 15 or something, when they get back into the, the new world, they out of touch with everything. You feel what I'm saying? And now because the individuals who've been outside, these little young motherfuckers, they on some other shit. So when somebody come home and they trying to enforce what was, how we even established this foundation for our neighborhood or what's going on, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit anyway. So it's always a disconnect. But at the end of the day, the same system in which we still have and that is still rocking right now is the same one that we just continue to just go around in circles with. Now, the thing that we ain't talking about is everybody know that this shit is a big business.
Well, there's that too.
So, why in the fuck, if I'm getting billions, why the fuck would I want to go change a system that's going to continue to keep feeding my pockets? Now, the problem is you get individuals who got a respectful mind and a decent heart, like yourself, and you come in here and you're like, damn, I want to change. And then it's going to come to a point where you're going to be like, well, fuck, I done hit my ceiling with these individuals. They not letting me get because if we do that, it's going to create real change. But that real change is going to hurt somebody real change when it comes to the higher ups and where all this money is going and how all this shit is funneled around though. Because we all like, he say something to it like, you know what, motherfuckers always talk about what they're doing, how they need to do this and how they need to do that. And it's like, motherfucker, I would love to see them. You give them this position and let's see what they'll do.
Thank you.
But it's that shit hard though. But man, that's
but Gavin's been in a position since he was the mayor of San Francisco, and I don't know what he was doing before that. He was already gathering his support network. Like he Gavin, right? But he have people that support him
for sure.
Be able to where he could rely on them to take care of shit that he can't see or do because he got other things. And by him having that support network, it allows him to elevate for like 2028, right? He's still dealing with what we got going on in California, like on a higher level. That's gonna pan itself out. Hopefully, we don't get somebody that's a dictator in our democracy.
He gonna put me in the mix.
But
he gonna put me in the mix, coach.
Oh, I want you to run for mayor of Oakland.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
bitching about what I'm not doing. You should be running, goddammit.
Look,
Seriously, beast mode 2024.
You heard what he said?
Yeah.
And Fab is your vice mayor?
Man.
Yeah, who's your vice mayor?
Jesus. Oh, God. We're going to go turn this shit Man, throw me in the office. You talk about you coming to Oakland 4 times. Okay.
No, just in the last week, asshole.
Your
Not
fifth
in the last
time
goddamn
going to
week.
Oakland. Look.
See, I told I'm there more than you, man.
Go down
Jesus.
to City Hall and tell them, hey, look, hey, y'all clear. You see I got my big ass bag outside. Tell them, hey, I got bag with me. We finna take my big ass bag and
Oh my
he
God.
moving in. Hey, we can get the bags and we can go. I appreciate that.
I'm sad about Oakland though, bro. Like I'm really like every time I watch the news, my heart just go out to my city, bro, because
I hear it.
I Oakland took care of me as a child, for real.
Where'd you go to high school out there?
I went to Castlemont.
That's Castlemont?
On
That's
Mac.
Castle.
On MacArthur. Yeah. I went to all damn near every elementary school in East Oakland because my parents, when they was using drugs, they drug us all through Oakland. So I went to all the schools.
Well, look at the history. Black Panthers, Bill Russell.
Yeah.
I mean, Ricky Henderson, everybody. I mean, it was unbelievable in terms of the history of Oakland.
Yeah, that's why Draymond, Clay, and Steph wanted to stay in Oakland. They didn't. When they started their little legacy with the Golden State Warriors, that energy that we had and developed in the town, that was with them. That's what got them.
Well, even
four
when we just talked to
championships.
Draymond said that when he came to Oakland, he felt home.
Yeah.
Because it reminded him of Detroit and Saginaw.
Yeah,
It's like, this
Man,
was
he was
home.
he was one decision away from not being in here like me.
Yep.
He was one choice away. I made the wrong choice. Draymond made the right choice, and he went and played college for Michigan
Right.
State.
What'd you play?
I didn't play anything.
Okay.
I was in the streets. I was trying to find me something.
What would you have played?
I wouldn't have played no sports.
Okay.
No, I'm more. Since I've been incarcerated through rehabilitation, I found that I got a serious passion for mathematics. I love math. I love numbers because numbers don't lie.
How long have you been in
People
here
lie.
before?
I've been at this
Yeah.
institution for 5 years.
What about overall?
26 years.
20. Okay. And when you get out?
I don't have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
I should have been going in March, but they said because some confidential information that was put in my C file, the board determined that I didn't follow the parole board's recommendations,
Right.
and they told me I got to wait until 2025.
Is it hard to battle through daily,
That's
not
hard.
knowing there's no end date? And is your family
No,
your family
no.
here? Is your family come visit?
No,
or-
the reason why it's not hard because it's consequences for choices, and I made a decision to take somebody's life. And in California, the consequence for taking somebody's life and getting found guilty of murder is spending the rest of your life in prison. So I regret what I did, and I understand that it's a possibility I could die in here because I took
Right.
somebody's life. So I deal with that in a way according to the law. But however, I am optimistic. I believe that I made the change and the transformation to go back and be a productive member in society.
Well, to me, that's what it's all about, and I appreciate you getting involved in mathematics and doing that, man, because
That was
I can't
today's
imagine
mathematics
being in
right
here,
there.
no end date, but you doing what you're doing is big.
A lot of these young people that don't have no education, that's trying to get their GEDs, and even the ones that's in college, they struggle with math.
Yep.
Math is seemed like it's the most difficult subject, and through my rehabilitation, I found that I was passionate about doing math when I was a young man. And I said, you know what, Reggie? I said, what did you like to do before you start committing crimes, before you start being bad? I realized I like doing math. And I was like, you know what, I'm about to hone back in on that. And I started going to college. I made it all the way to Calculus 2. It's been some times where I've been at the only African American at institutions that was taking calculus and actually passed. So
That's
that's
huge.
one of the
Congrats.
things that I can't put on my
Are you mentoring some of these young kids the same thing in math?
I, whenever they need help, I'm available.
Okay.
And people tell them like, hey man, he's pretty good with math. If you need some help, I'm open to help anybody with math. I love math.
It's good, but it's taking advantage of the program. And I'll tell you what, I mean, and back to Marshawn jarring me a little bit. As the guy who ultimately decides, whatever the parole board does, doesn't matter unless the governor signs off on it. All that programming, you have no idea how determinative that is and how critical that is. And you stack that stuff up, because there's so many folks that are wobblers. I'll send back, they call us en banc, or we'll just reject. If you don't see that programming in there and you get medium to high risk, those are the folks that are being sent back. So what you're doing is profoundly consequential in terms of stacking that kind of support for yourself long term, and then you just got to get through that first hurdle with the parole board.
When your name do come across the board,
Yeah.
you feel me? You got a resume
But
of
before
the
that,
shit you done
Marshawn,
did.
I needed to do some healing up in here,
Yeah.
bro. Like I was really hurt. Like I went through a lot of trauma growing up in Oakland and
Mama.
stuff I went through, right? And in order for me to change and transform, bro, I had to heal myself, and through these self-help groups and having the support network in here, bro, they help you heal. Cause
You
can't-
right on
if you,
time,
If you
bro.
don't heal yourself, bro, you ain't gonna be you can't help nobody.
Right,
You
but
can't help nobody.
That's
do
crazy
nothing,
that
bro.
you even say that, because the last time we just chopped it up with shit, talk about Draymond. We just chopped it up with him, and Dog was talking about when he went and tried, what's that shit called?
Therapy?
Therapy.
Oh, yeah.
He went to
What's that
therapy
shit
for
called?
the first time, and like, you feel me? It was shit going on that he didn't even know, that was happening with him. And a lot of it is that trauma that you feel me though, you gather while you a youngster though. So by even you saying that, because we were just talking about it on the way over here about about like, when people come into prison, come into jail, supposed to be an opportunity for you to, rehabilitate yourself, right? But I'm like, man, at the end of the day, what the fuck y'all, like, what really be going on? Like, how much help do motherfuckers really get? Like, if it is like some shit that is needed, how do you get that You feel me? How do you get that in here for when, if motherfucker do get a date, or be able to go ahead and stack the support that you talking about in order for when you go to the parole board, motherfucker look at that and it's, you ain't just looking at a sheet of, oh, well, this motherfucker was in here for murder, armed robbery, just all the shit. But this is the steps that this individual took in order to rehabilitate itself, in order to get up out of here. Yeah. But it just look, I don't know. To me, it just seemed like a holding place. Like I was telling you, you know, I come in here visit my pops and shit. Like, you know, when you talk about, all right, we're gonna go in here. Like, nah, I kind of don't. Like, you know, I understand. I'm trying not to go in the jail, and you trying to go in the motherfucker and just sit down and chop it up. Like, fuck. But I get it, and I mean, you know, it's really good. You know what I mean? Especially for myself to see this. But then, you know what I mean, for you, you know, to come around and see what's going on and shit, like, it's some good shit that, you feel me though, that you possibly can do. I just hope that you take the information that, you know, that they giving and, you know what I mean, come up with something better. I'm talking about overall, like, not just here, but as far as the whole system.
100%.
And you the motherfucking president. Why you just change the, break the shit up?
I wish we could just snap our fingers, Warden.
You kind of can, though.
But no. But the whole idea of San Quentin is to become the model rehabilitation prison in the United States of America, and then we spread it throughout the rest of the system. So everything that happens behind that wall will determine that. No bullshit. That's what it is. Wow, literally, it's almost verbatim the shit you were saying about Oakland.
It's so interesting. But think about it. He hasn't been outside in 26 years.
But he feels it nonetheless.
But I'm saying it's the same shit.
Yeah.
See, I was born in the 80s. He was running around in the 80s.
Yeah.
But the fact that the same shit was going then, that's why I'm saying, that system shit.
No, I get it.
Built that system and whatever it was designed to do, to keep us fucking shitty or locked up in places like this, they designed a hell of a system. Because think about it, for 20 years, it's still the same shit.
I want to get into that conversation because I can give you chapter and verse on that. Deep, you do not understand how spot on you are about that. But I will give you some proof points.
I don't think it's just not one system though.